You're watching RTV News with me, Jane Mutoni. Government ministers from Rwanda, Burundi and Tanzania with infrastructure in their portfolio have expressed confidence that the Rusumo hydroelectric power station will begin producing electricity as early as November this year. Some producers of cosmetic oils using fruits and plants say that as the days go by, the availability of the oils increases, which allows those who import from outside the country to get it from nearby. As we begin this edition, let us inform you that at Urugwiro village of Saturday, President Paul Kagame received Ahmed Msaidi, the special envoy of His Excellency Azali Assoumani, the President of the Union of Comoros. Moving on, government ministers from Rwanda, Burundi and Tanzania with infrastructure in their portfolio have expressed confidence that the Rusumo hydroelectric power station will begin producing electricity as early as November this year. Take a look.
Once fully operational, the regional hydroelectric project will supply as much as 80 megawatts of electricity to the three countries. Originally supposed to have been completed 2 years ago, the project fell behind mainly because of the COVID-19 pandemic and its global implications, but is now nearing the end of its construction. Rwanda's Minister of Infrastructure is confident that it will yield the expected benefits.
Comparatively, of course, to other sources of energy, so this project tariff will be lower. So it seems, of course, having like a power plant of 8 megawatts, so it's going actually to contribute significantly to lower the tariff, the current tariff we have here. So for sure, this project is going to affect significantly, of course, to lower the tariff we are having in the country. So, and then, as you say, this project is going to contribute, so for sure, to the industrialization of the country. So, you know, the industrialization is the top also priority of our country, Rwanda. And then, of course, industrialization require, of course, the enough resources of energy. So, Rusumo power plant, of course, is going also to accelerate so the industrialization in the country.
The ministers from Rwanda, Burundi and Tanzania are determined to ensure that the remaining work on the project is done in a timely fashion. We as the Council of Ministers, our job is to provide direction for all operations on the project, do follow up and push where necessary. We meet once a year, analyze the progress that has been made and make the necessary adjustments. We understand that the role of this council is crucial and acknowledge that the implementation of the project depends on the leadership the council provides. The Rusumo hydroelectric power station is virtually now complete, with the first of its 3-unit transformers expected to go online in November and the remaining 2 in the following couple of months, such that by February next year, all 3 will be supplying electricity to the 3 countries equally.
Some producers of cosmetic oils using fruits and plants say that as the days go by, the availability of the oils increases, which allows those who import from outside the country to get it from nearby. Now, doctors emphasize that apart from the undoubted importance of eating fruits, the oil derived from it is very useful for the human body because there are even doctors who prescribe it for you if you need it. Martina Abera has this report.
It is in the house of Abayisenga Amina Furaha's parents who live in Nyakabanda sector in the city of Kigali. On the table of that house, there are fruits of different kinds, but they are not for eating but for making cosmetic oils. Furaha is gathering everything needed to start making oil derived from papaya. How did this idea come about? We have always made our own oils, either from ghee or other products. However, when I made some research, I found out that not a lot of countries use ghee, but use plants as their ingredients. I solved my skin-related issues with the use of plants. Furaha says that she founded the company Amibody Organics to raise the value of Rwandan fruits and reduce the amount of such oils being imported. In what she does, she keeps in mind the quality as the main thing.
Dukora ibimerera bitandukanye, dukoresha avocado oil.
We use a variety of products. We use avocado oil, carrots, papaya, oranges, and shea nuts, which is later produced into shea butter. When we started making these products, we immediately approached RSSB in charge of quality control. We already knew the greatness of our products. However, we needed the authorities in charge to both approve as well as offer some advice. Currently, Furaha works with 3 others in processing oil and soap based on those who order it. Her goals include expanding the operation to the level of a multi-purpose enterprise. We import our packaging from China. So most of the time it takes long and you find that you are spending a lot of money that doesn't match the income. We ask that the authorities in charge may help ease our production process. The same way we import some raw materials should be the same way we export finished goods. There are some foreigners that love using our products when they are here, but when they go back to their countries, they ask us to export them, but you find that there are a lot of hindrances in making that happen. We hope to one day have a huge factory and employ many people. Although she doesn't have a factory yet, Abayisenga Amina Furaha is able to sell her products in Remera so that those who need it can be able to find it there. I used to use products from outside countries as well. I'm not saying that they are bad, but I would like to encourage people to try these local products. I can serve as a testimony. You can see my skin doesn't have any pimple, and this is all due to this product. Let us give a chance to our made in Rwanda products. Medical experts say that usually eating fruits has a great role in protecting the body from diseases because they are rich in various vitamins and make the body immune. Also, the skin needs to be influenced by oils from fruits and vegetables because sometimes the doctor prescribes oils and soaps derived from it.
Fruits are known to boost the immunity system, help in the digestion of food, and great advantages to the skin as well as inside the body. So when someone uses products derived from the fruits, it helps the skin, but not necessarily the inside body. When one is undergoing skin-related issues, it is advisable to reach out to a dermatologist who can be able to advise a suitable product to use or medication.
The authorities encourages the youth to take advantage of existing opportunities, add value to agricultural products, as well as innovate to create more jobs, which will contribute to the growth of their economy and that of the country. Martina Ebera, RTV News.
Members of the Association of Rwandans who studied at Makerere University in Uganda are pleased that they have been contributing to the development of their country through the knowledge gained at the university. Now, the administration of Makerere University appreciates Rwanda's speed and development through the participation of Rwandans, including the students of this university. Olive Neti has this report.
Mbundu Faustin and Alice Mutesi Buhinja are among the people that are in the sectors that are participating in the development of Rwanda. They are among the 1,000 Rwandans that studied in Makerere University in Uganda. They are proud of the life-changing knowledge they have gained from this university.
While we were studying there, it was a tough time, a time of our body's history. I am privileged to be the chairman of Green Hills Academy, both primary and secondary, and also the chairman of African Leadership University. I feel that this is a huge opportunity and also a huge blessing that a child can be able to study and finish his studies. And it is also a great opportunity that the government set a budget for children to learn.
Currently, I'm an employee of the United Nations in Somalia. I'm in charge of peace building, and I think that Makerere provided knowledge to me so that I can play a role in building peace in the world and in my country as well. Makerere University started its activities in 1922. Currently, it is celebrating 100 years since it started imparting knowledge to various people. Shukuru Bizimungu, the head of Makerere University Rwanda Alumni Association, notes that the contribution of Rwandans who studied in this university to the development of the country is exceptional.
We appreciate the fact that Makerere shaped us. It shaped us well by teaching us the culture of living and interacting with others, and also provided knowledge needed to the point where we feel like we are contributing to building our country.
The Vice-Chancellor of Makerere University, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, appreciates Rwanda's speed in development that is achieved through the contribution of Rwandans, including those who studied in Makerere University.
So the whole world has gone digital. I'm happy that Rwanda is making very good progress, and I would like to think that some Makerere people are part of that journey, and that is the future. Let us adopt digital so that we can use it to transform our economies. And I think you are on the right track here.
The Makerere University Rwanda Alumni Association has 500 members, though more than 1,000 Rwandans have studied at the prestigious university. The members of the association have been doing various activities, including sheltering the needy and paying school fees and other various needs to some students of vulnerable families. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Taxi motorcyclists and their passengers have continued to disagree when using fare meters, and the taxi motorcyclists say that they no longer use the meters anyway because their rates do not reflect the increased cost of fuel. Adam Squizera has this report.
This is what taxi motorcyclists and their passengers were saying after the Rwanda Utilities and Regulatory Authority announced the new fares for taxi motorcycle transportation services, and there is disagreement among motorcyclists and passengers. The announcement shows that the cost for a journey of less than 2 kilometers is 400 as usual, while the cost of each kilometer between 2 to 40 kilometers will be 117 francs, which means that there is an increase of 10 francs compared to the former prices. These prices we are using now, we started to use them when the fuel cost was at 1,100 francs. By now the fuel cost has reached to 1,600 francs. Now you understand the difference. Before it was 135. There they decreased it to influence the passengers. They set it to 107. As by now, they added 10 francs. There we have no profit. We are bothered by these fare meters. If the fare was added to about 500 francs, which is relevant to the fuel price and other equipments we need in our daily lives, which are expensive, then we find we are working in a loss. Some taxi motorcyclists refuse to use fare meters completely. Fare meters are good for us, since we don't waste time bargaining. But the issue is the cost of fuel, which make the taxi motorcyclists choose to not use them. When you tell them to switch it on, then they complain about the cost of fuel, which is too high. And to avoid wasting time, we do what they want. It has been pointed out that both taxi motorcyclists and their passengers need to understand that there is benefits in using these meters. The price for each kilometer over 40 kilometers is now 205 francs, while the charge for waiting for a passenger is 21 francs for every minute over 10 minutes that are not charged. The service charge for using the meters is now 9%, down from 9.8%. The new rates will take effect on Monday. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Local authorities in the southern province are asking that the Rwanda Forensic Laboratory sets up branches in this province to facilitate the residents. The management of this laboratory, meanwhile, has given assurances that the activities of setting up branches across the country have already started. Innocent Mugabo has this report.
Local leaders in the southern province believe that if this proposal is implemented,
It will help many in getting easy access to forensic services.
Ikibazo cya decentralisation cy'iyi laboratoire ni
The decentralization of this laboratory will solve many problems, and setting up branches across the country will be of great value in dealing with challenges like transport, and this will also help in improving service delivery.
ariko bibaye biri hafi icyo gihe na serivisi yakwihuta.
Services z'iki kigo zaba decentralize zikegera abaturage.
Services of this laboratory should be brought closer to the people, at least at the provincial level. It will be of great value to us, regardless of the fact that it requires a big budget, but it can be done as capacity keeps increasing. This will also benefit the awareness campaign of these services to the people.
The Director General of Rwanda Forensic Laboratory, Dr. Karangwa Charles, notes that they have started to set up branches in some provinces, promising that even those they haven't reached, efforts are underway to make sure that they do. We started the process, and we now have branches in Rubavu, Gihundwe, and through collaboration with other institutions, we shall work on how to set up others elsewhere as capacity keeps increasing, and solve the available challenges to do with long distance and tests going bad, among others. The Rwanda Forensic Laboratory provides various services including DNA testing, drug and chemistry, toxicology, question documents and fingerprint, among others.
Training for councillors who were elected at the sector and cell levels in Kichukio district started this Saturday. It was organized by the Rwanda Association of Local Government Authorities in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government and other partners. It is a training in its first phase that will be attended by more than 1,000 councillors that were elected in 2021 and aims to equip them in terms of capacity and knowledge on the management of the country. Among other things, they will be taught on the history of Rwanda and how to better fulfill their responsibilities. Participants say this training was needed.
Nimara kumenya neza imiyoborere uburyo imiyoborere igenda.
This training will help me to better understand the management system, hence effectively implementing what I promised the people when being elected. Once I understand the management of the country, I will be able to help the local authorities understand the management system and people's rights. For people to develop, they need to understand the value of the management. As a council that was elected and trusted with this responsibility, I will pass on this knowledge to grassroots level.
Aya mahugurwa araza kumfasha muri byinshi. Icyambere ngiye kumenya inshingano nyazo ngomba kwitwara gute.
This training will help me in so many ways. First, to understand my responsibilities and how to better serve the community or those I'm giving counsel to. And in addition to the fact that I represent the Youth Council, I will know how to address them. This will also help me to know how to go about the advocacy and campaign for the youth and the people in general.
The administration of Kichukio district and the administration of the council agree that if there is a complementarity between the members of the council and the leaders in the local level, it will yield good results for the people.
Mu mujyi wa Kigali tugira umwihariko inama njyanama zigarukira ku mirenge.
In Kigali city, our specialty is that our councils are only at the sector level. Districts in Kigali don't have councillors, but we see results in sectors with councillors because you find that people in those sectors are more involved in public activities such as building roads, participating in the umuganda, help each other get out of poverty and give ideas. All this is due to effectiveness of councillors. So I encourage them to work closely with executive branch and partners with the aim to properly serve the community.
Ariko tugamije twese ko umusaruro ugaragara kuri wa muturage.
Uwo dukorera nta wundi ni umuturage.
Our main goal is to serve the people by providing them good services with the sole purpose of improving their livelihoods. Local authorities are meant to address the people, but as councillors, we work with the authorities by exchanging ideas on how we can better serve the people. With cooperation, we can be able to effectively address any problem that may rise and fix it.
Akazi kacu umuturage akabona icyo agenewe.
Well, there you have it. On behalf of the entire news production team, thank you so much for your company. I'm Jane Mutoni. Enjoy your weekend.